Data comes in many forms. It doesn't have to be big pie charts and endless amounts of numbers. We are all taking in, observing, and using data every day. We analyze this data to help us make decisions. Without realizing it, we've all become obsessed with data collection and analysis thanks to COVID. Every day we look at the number of cases, deaths, and vaccines over the last 2 years, and we've been interpreting and analyzing this data daily. The data management cycle refers to the different stages that data goes through during its life cycle, from creation to deletion. Data management cycle is a policy-based approach to managing the flow of information systems data throughout its life cycle. It is made up of 5 stages. The first stage is to create goals. Identify objectives and KPIs for measuring the success of a campaign. Then you can go on to collect information once these decisions have been made. Once the data has been collected, you must clean and prepare to ensure that it is quality and consistent. This data must be integrated and stored according to security policies to ensure data privacy. Finally, an analysis is made up of the data to draw insights and conclusions, which can be used to influence business decisions. These business decisions are then implemented to improve the organization. Data analysis is extremely important to identify issues both internally and externally in an organization and to provide good solutions to avoid these problems in the future. This can be done by using historic data to future plan. When discussing data analysis, data integrity is extremely important. For those collecting the data, this refers to the overall accuracy, completeness, and consistency of it. And most importantly, the security of those who give up their information. For this reason, GDPR and regulatory compliance also fall under data integrity. Organizations use data to help influence and improve business decisions both internally and externally. One organization that relies heavily on data for success and which has been of significant importance throughout the pandemic is Pfizer. Data is extremely important in every aspect of this organization, from scientific testing to how best to market products and to improving sales and productivity, as well as identifying problems and providing business solutions. I spoke to Lisa Kennedy, business analyst at Pfizer here in Ireland, who deals with the data. Data analysis is really particularly important to Pfizer, especially my site, because of the level of infection in the country. If we're not making tablets, if we're not making drugs, why is it to do with resourcing issues, it's to do with COVID cases, and it's just the reason to quantify everything, because we need a reason to be able to quantify why people are on site and why people are there at great skill potentially getting. When analyzing data, it's important to implement good practice. It's essential to understand the structure of the database used when analyzing data. This includes adding a data dictionary with additional information about the fields within the database. Analyzing and reporting on data allows for the tracking of performance of a campaign, product, sale, and so on, and can influence and guide change based on the evidence provided. It's also important to avoid bad practice when analyzing data, as this can sometimes occur through those analyzing it, as they may skew results by not revealing all of the data or adding in assumed answers for sections that were left unanswered. It's important not to depend entirely on the results, as the data can never be 100% accurate. To avoid bad practice, analysts should review the data entry process and set up error rate measurements. The earlier the errors and blanks are caught, the more beneficial and less costly they will be to the organization. Lisa discusses the importance of good practice in relation to COVID. Regulated industry and everything needs critique. So if something comes out today with the Omicron variant, Pfizer has their research and their data to quantify that this vaccine doesn't work.
So because of the data collection and analysis Pfizer have, they can provide results and reports on the effectiveness of their vaccine. Thank you for listening.